So some of you have been wondering what's happening now with Pure for Planet. As you've probably seen from the videos now, and if you haven't seen them yet, you'll see them soon. Pure for Planet is now an educational foundation. It's a religious trust, it's a corporate soul, it's a cooperative educational society. That's a lot to say. And those of you that know me know that I kind of speak fast sometimes. So what does that mean? It means that we're no longer a retail website. We're an LLC. We're no longer an LLC. We are actually a foundation. We're an educational platform. Do we still provide products? Yes, we do. They're under a trustee relationship. I am no longer the owner. I'm a trustee of a corporate soul and of a trust, essentially, which I really enjoy because I can say a lot more things. And I'm a private person now. I can operate from a private place, not a public place. You're no longer a customer. You'll be a member of Pure for Planet Global Mission or the university or of the Health and Wellness Institute. Really simple, straightforward. Second thing to know here is that we're in a transition with Pure Vibrance, which is one of our suppliers now and one of our affiliate relationships. And so this particular cover, this particular beginning, is to a piece I want to show you, a series of videos I'm introducing right now from Pure Vibrance or Get Vibrance, the previous company. So what I'm going to show you, what you're going to look at right now, is a video done by Joe Blanton, who's my colleague, that talks at length about all the different previous products in the Get Vibrance line, which is now part of Pure Vibrance. Now those products have not been supercharged yet with the gold disc or the silver disc, which is what they call them now. We used to call them EDOTs. We call them now gold disc and silver disc. And these now are all about full spectrum living. So all of the things are being added now to the water. That bottle topper is now part of the starter kit process. But I want you to look at this information now from Joe, because Joe explains the foundation of their product line. Those of you that are receiving this video are receiving it because you're previous Pure for Planet customers, and you understand already about the great synergy coming from the water products and the Bovis values. What you may not know is that there was another company out there doing lotions and doing therapeutic tools and so forth called Get Vibrance that was really producing some high quality technology, which has now been supercharged with our water technology, with our disc and so forth. And we explain in great detail this upgrade. What you're going to enjoy next here is Joe talking about, it's a little bit older video, but you're going to now see how Joe references these technologies. At the end, I'll have a link at this video that'll take you into Pure Vibrance, into our link, so you can take a look at the website that the trust has, decide what you want to do in terms of purchasing retail from that affiliate relationship. Thanks for your time.
What I'm going to do now is a full presentation that I do on Zoom calls, Zoom presentations, because for the last year we've shifted from live expos, which I love to do, to Zoom expos. And so I've had some great success doing that also. So this is twofold. One is to help you understand the science and everything of how this, why these products work on a physical level, from a physical standpoint of the science. And then the other one is if you might have an idea of helping us expand the market globally, and become a wellness consultant with us, this would be some of the presentation you can use. And so that's going to be the theme here. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And then, yes. Okay. So here we are with Vibrance. Vibrance is the invisible difference, is what I call it. A lot of our products look like everybody else's products. Our pendants look like other people's pendants. Our cosmetic nutraceuticals look like other people's oils and things like that. The Orion series blends look like other essential oils. The thing we have that's totally unique are the lasers. We're the only lasers out there that have a sacred geometry pattern and added human blueprint frequencies. And so that's where I start, is to get people's attention. And again, I'm here to help you, help yourself, help your body de-stress and heal itself naturally, because your health is determined by the invisible frequencies that you're vibrating. There's no exception to that. And so Nikola Tesla is one of my favorites. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Well, everything is energy, without question. And energy is a frequency, and that frequency carries a vibration called EMF. Well, EMF's gotten a bad rap, with the 5G and everybody afraid of cell phones and things like that, and rightfully so. But every frequency has EMF, electromagnetic field. Some of it is helpful to the body, some of it's harmful to the body. The EMF is the information in that frequency that creates that frequency. And that's what we're going to talk about, more about now. But what's keeping us, what's hindering us right now, and there's no exceptions to that, by the way. And so what's hindering us right now is the environment we live in today. The air we're breathing, the water we're drinking, the so-called food that people are eating, the fluorescent bulbs, the chemicals, the EMF smog that's out there now with the cell phones and everything like that. There's over 50 million chemicals in our atmosphere today that wasn't here, 60, 70 years ago that our body has to deal with. And so that's what's holding us back. All of these frequencies have harmful EMF or harmful EMF, electromagnetic field or information in them. And the way I like to describe it, it's like a radio station. When you're tuned into a harmonious frequency with our body, like the optimal wellness frequency of a muscle, there's no static. You're hearing, perfect stereo, if you will. But if you get off channel a little bit, you start getting static. Well, the information in these frequencies has a lot of static in it. And the stronger the chemical, for instance, the more energy it has. That's like the volume control. So if it's just got a little bit of ammonia in it, it's a low volume. The more ammonia you get in it, the higher the volume. That's the energy control. So this is the biggie right here. Stress is an invisible frequency because all of our emotions are frequencies also. And stress is the frequency that shortens telomeres, downgrades the immune system, and accelerates aging. And so that's the biggest problem we have right now in our society is people are living in a state of fight or flight, which is the sympathetic body. What we do with our products is move the body into parasympathetic. So sympathetic is fight or flight, and your blood goes to your extremities, into your muscles and everything, so you can get away from that tiger that's not there. Okay. And so when you move the body into parasympathetic, then the blood flow comes back into the organs, into the body, and the body is in what we call the relax and restore or relax and heal mode. So another favorite is Mr. Einstein here. The field is the sole governing agency of the particle. Okay, well, the energy around us, this looks like it's two-dimensional here, but it's actually a cocoon. It engulfs us completely. It's completely around us like a cocoon, and the field is what creates the particle. So the field is creating us. We're the particle, and there's no exceptions to that either. And so we have to be able to resonate with our biofield for full communication to our energy centers without static to be healthy. Okay. And back in the 30s, Einstein said future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. All right. Well, the future is here right now. The biofield creates us and animates our physical body. And so Vibrance has, made a quantum leap in vibrational wellness. And one of my favorite tools here is the red near infrared laser pen. And it's what I call nature's medicine is what we've added. Okay. Nature's medicine is the human blueprint frequencies is what we call them. They're optimal wellness frequencies. A muscle that's optimally healthy vibrates at a specific frequency, animal or human, because the frequency is what makes that muscle. And it's actually a group of frequencies. So if the muscle's hurting, it's vibrating lower than optimal wellness. We infuse the optimal wellness frequencies into the body. The lower frequency will always entrain up to the higher frequency. And that's where the magic in the body happens, because the body has to heal itself. It's self-healing or no healing. And so what we do, and we'll show you the science here to back it up, is we add about 30% life force energy into the blood. We separate the blood into free flowing. So that gives you better microcirculation. And when free flowing blood goes through the lungs, it gives up more toxins and picks up more oxygen. So we're using the sacred geometry here of the octahedron in a flat Tesla coil. Sacred geometry has been used all through history to help the body help itself heal itself. And so nature's medicine is what we're adding, the invisible difference of nature's medicine. And with our lasers, most of your lasers have one frequency in them, or like 630 nanometers. What we have is a symphony of frequencies, a broadband laser. The handheld pen works on 3 volts. which is unique in the industry. It works at the speed of light. And for instance, the bandwidth on the red near infrared laser is 660 nanometers to 870 nanometers. So we actually see the red, but we don't see the infrared because that's above our visual spectrum. So vibrance is the future for being healthy. It's where everything's moving, is vibrational self-healing. So this is my biofield before, back about 12 years ago when I was 61, according to the calendar. And so before, I had no protection. I was simply reacting to my environment. And you can see the holes in my biofield on the left. And then when I started using the Vibrance products, I became proactive. And with the Vibrance products, you can see how it put more symmetry into my biofield, which means it communicates better and at a higher resonance with my body. And so it's really that simple. So Vibrance works on your biofield and your body instantly with helpful EMF, helpful information that the body understands. And the red near infrared natural laser pen, these are some of the benefits working at the speed of light, okay? As soon as your body, the red natural laser hits your body, it de-stresses your body. It penetrates directly into your cells, your tissues, your blood, your nerves, the rods and cones of the eyes, the brain, and into the bones, okay? And that's where it starts. So what we're doing is enhancing the mitochondrial function. NASA says when you injure the body, the mitochondria, figuratively speaking, curl up like a hedgehog if you cut your body, for instance, okay? And they stop communicating cell to cell. That's why you have excess bleeding, you have swelling, possible infection. And what we do is as soon as the red light hits the mitochondria, it relaxes completely, starts cell-to-cell communication again, so there's no swelling, no infection, and it'll stop bleeding in about a third of the time. So we're enhancing the function of the mitochondria to produce more ATP, which is your life force energy. And about half of your body weight is mitochondria. That was a shocker when I heard that one. So that's the reason to cover as much of your body as you can. So we had about 30% life force energy into your blood, and I'll show you the science how we determine that. We enhance the microcirculation, more oxygen in the blood. We upregulate gene expression for the body producing a healthier protein, and proteins are responsible for the structure and the function of our body. We enhance cell-to-cell communication. We lower inflammation. Cells regenerate faster. For instance, they'll stop bleeding in a third of the time with little or no swelling, et cetera. So now it's time for the fine print. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, and the products are not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, cure, or prevent any disease. And the beauty is they don't, okay? We don't. All we do is we start liberating your own energy for the body to heal itself. It's self-healing or no healing. So here's a short list of the benefits of using our products, because all of our products do this in a little bit different approach, but all of them help the body to heal itself. And so this is a short list. Rick went over a bunch of these yesterday, but the key is all healing comes from raising of frequencies. Okay, so which means all disease comes from a lowering of frequency. So we help the body by helping it raise the frequency to where it's got better cell-to-cell communication and it can heal itself. Bruce Lipton here is one of my favorites. The invisible forces are primary in shaping the physical world. What he's proven is that energy information signals, which is the EMF in our products, are 100 times more effective than chemical information signals at affecting change in biology. Okay, chemicals being drugs or even supplements, because ours doesn't have to be swallowed, doesn't have to be digested, and works at the speed of light. So all healing is realized by effective communication of information, of EMF, no exceptions. We've got to, start communicating with our body. Our body has to be able to start communicating with itself to heal itself. This is a new one I came across, actually was introduced to me by Dr. Bradley Nelson, the author of the Emotion Code. He's on board with us now and loving the ionizer and the lasers. Future medicine will be based on controlling energy frequencies in the body, Dr. William Tiller. Okay, and that says it about as well as it can be said. So what we have, nature's medicine helps your body de-stress when you de-stress the body, you're actually lengthening telomeres and all sorts of great things are happening. But there's two key mechanisms I want to share with you about red and near infrared light therapy. Number one is we talked about the mitochondria. Well, you don't have to injure the body necessarily to have the mitochondria stop communicating. The more stress you're under, the more the mitochondria fills up with nitric oxide instead of oxygen. And that reduces the energy, it puts out less ATP and less cell-to-cell communication. Well, as soon as the red laser beam hits the skin, spread it out with the sacred geometry, it enhances the mitochondrial function. So the red light kicks out the nitric oxide, allows more oxygen into the mitochondria to allow the mitochondria to more efficiently produce the energy, the ATP that energizes our body. The second function is hormesis. Hormesis makes your cells healthier, more energetic, more resilient, more tolerant to stress, and helps prevent the buildup of free radicals. So these are two of the key functions. Basically, we're igniting your energy, upregulating your gene expression, and building healthier proteins. And again, proteins are the expression of life. They're responsible for your structure and your function of your body. And so to prove all of this, one of the tests we did or asked Dr. Kuhn to do, as one of my favorites here, is tap water. We wanted to find out the effects of using our lasers on common tap water. So on the left here, we have the life force energy in a drop of tap water. Then Dr. Kuhn took the same size drop of tap water, lasered it for 3 minutes, and this is the energy we have. So we've increased the energy here 25, 30% or so in just standard tap water. She also found that we neutralized the toxins, made the water wetter, so it's hydrating the body better. And so this can actually be demonstrated. I've actually demonstrated this with people where I'd take a glass of tap water, have them smell it, take a sip of it, laser it. We've continued to test this. It happens in about 30 seconds. So laser it for 30 seconds or so, and then they don't smell any odors anymore. And about 80% of the people say that it tastes a little bit different, a little bit wetter is what it is. So this is the effect on the biofield of the person before and after drinking the energized tap water. And so the key here is our blood is 94% water. Our brain is 78% water. Our eyes are 98% water. And so, and I'll share more on eyes here in a little bit. So what we're doing is stimulating mitochondria. This is another test we did with the dark field microscope, the microscopy test on blood. So this is a 48-year-old woman before. Her blood is all rouleed, sticking together. And then we shined the laser on her chest for 5 minutes. Okay, and this is what her blood looked like. All free-flowing, as I mentioned earlier. So on the left side here, we have a compromised immune system because the sticky blood gives you a very little microcirculation, and the immune system's locked up. The white blood cells are locked up in the roulet and the sticky blood. Here we have a healthy immune system because it's free-flowing, gives you better microcirculation. When the full blood cell goes through the lungs, it gives up more toxins, takes on more oxygen because the whole blood cell is exposed. And so it's a healthy immune system. So Dr. Lipton again, the fate of our cells is determined by the chemistry of our blood. Again, no exceptions, all right. Here's a fun one I did. I was in an expo in Laughlin, Nevada for 7 days, and a lady beside me was doing the aura and chakra readings with her computer system and camera. And so I had her take my aura and picture here, and it's basically yellow was her definition, primarily yellow, which is abundance, knowledge, wisdom, creative, and philosophical. Okay, and you can see how my chakras are a little fuzzy, spinning at different sizes. And then I lasered each of my chakras for 30 seconds with the red laser. And it was probably 40 minutes, 45 minutes before I get back in to see her. And this is what my aura and chakras look like. So you can see white has all the colors, and it's off the scale top and bottom, almost widthwise. And the energy centers, my chakras are spinning tightly and all the same size. And so the definition here is beyond physical, transcendent, and higher dimensions. So I've been lasering my chakras morning and evening now for ever since then. And it's, it's subtle, but it makes an interesting difference in my life. And the real value here is the aura and chakra readings are a direct reflection of your biofield. Okay, so this is the difference in the biofield, based on the aura and the chakras. Again, more symmetry, better communication, because your biofield is communicating with your energy centers to create you. All right, so we don't want any static in there. We want true stereo. And this is the biological upgrade in seconds is what we're getting here. And here's my eye story, where my eyes healed themselves. So I've been wearing contact lenses. I went in the Air Force at 18, started wearing glasses, and started with Vibrance in 2011. And I was wearing contact lenses for distance and then reading glasses for paperwork and work on a computer. And soon I couldn't wear my contacts anymore because my eyes started hurting. So I just went to glasses for my distance. And then I noticed that I was starting to do paperwork and work on a computer without my glasses. Got to where I didn't need glasses at all for that. That was probably 5 or 6 years ago. And I can read as fine a print as you put in front of me with no glasses. And then I started seeing so well, I wasn't wearing my glasses around the house for distance. And I'd go to drive somewhere and have to go back in the house and get my glasses and stuff. And so now I only use glasses to drive at night. And I can see a golf ball at over 200 yards without my glasses now. And so, and like I said, I can read as fine a print as you put in front of me. So here's the reports I have to validate that. In 2011, I had an eye exam, and you can see the report here. And then in 2019, I was skiing the moguls up in Bryan Head and buried a tip in the moguls and did a header and lost a lens out of my glasses. And so I went to Tropicana Pearl Vision here, seeing Dr. Rosen, and you can see the difference here in the sphere. It's a negative 100 in 2011 and a negative 150, and in 2019 it's a negative 0.25 and a negative 0.75. And my understanding is the sphere is, like for the distance seeing. And so anyhow, Dr. Rosen here made a statement, says, I've never seen an eye correct itself as your eye has. And I love the way he said it. He gave the body credit for it. And so anyhow, then in December of this last year, I went to the VA, and the eyes had improved even more. And they told me here that with this prescription, I can drive without glasses legally. So, but I still need them for night vision to get the clarity that I'm looking for. So the next thing we have, again, the lasers are my favorite, but the pendants support the effects of the laser. So we have energized pendants and frequency disc. And these are our 3 basic pendants, comes with our $299 package at a great discount. It's actually free with the $299 package based on the laser price. And so what we did here for a test is we had a chiropractor working with us that was working beside us in an expo that was doing the thermography scan of the spine. And so we had him pick his own person and run the scan. And red is where there's very little circulation. It's colder, it's more inflamed, poor circulation, et cetera, stress, basically. And so we put one of our pendants on, and a minute or so later, ran the scan again. And so we improved the circulation and took the inflammation and stress out of this person's neck that much in about 60 seconds, 90 seconds, something like that. So the lasers take you there quickly. They flood the body and bring it into a parasympathetic, and then the pendants keep you there. So we're actually de-stressing the body. And so that's why they work so well together. You can wear the pendants all the time and then use the laser as frequently as you choose to. So we have the 3 different colors. We have the red natural laser, which is red and near infrared, which takes us to a whole new ball game using the sacred geometry and everything. And it's for muscular skeletal body. It's got frequencies added for muscles, bones, ligaments, tendons, joints, etc. Your standard red laser has 10 frequencies. We have 102. So that's where we get the broadband frequencies that we're using. The green natural laser is for internal organ systems like the kidneys and the liver, gallbladder, etc. Then we have a violet natural laser that's antimicrobial, antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial. And then we have the ionizer, our ionizing pointer, which has 25,000 negative ions in it and over 100 human blueprint frequencies added. This one doesn't have a switch. It's on all the time, and it shoots out the end of it about 130 feet, carrying the human blueprint frequencies. And you start it in motion by going in a clockwise motion to send a vortex of energy through the universe. And it complements the three lasers. I usually use the ionizer along with whichever laser I'm using at the time. So for a little more detail, totally here. Vibrance is a totally unique laser, and it works through clothing and through shoes, etc. And we demonstrate this all the time. Most people, when I start to do something with them, they want to, move their clothing out of the way, and they're surprised when they find out it'll go through clothing and shoes. And distance doesn't make any difference. You can be 10 feet away from them or 10 inches away from them, or even 20 or 30 feet away from them and get the same efficacy as if you're right there, on top of them. So that's the beauty of what we have to offer that's totally unique in the industry. So a little more information. The red light therapy gives an energizing effect in our body, which increases the ATP production with the energy current of the cells. Okay, it strengthens the cells, it makes it stronger, increases cell activity, toughens the immune system, improves circulation, and regenerates damaged tissue structure by stimulating the body's natural healing process. Now that's the red laser. Now the near infrared laser takes us into a whole new ballgame, totally unique. Near infrared light has gained increased attention for its activity to activate anti-inflammatory processes and is now being widely used in veterinarian medicine to treat sprains, bone fractures, and to speed the healing of wounds. Other benefits include detoxification, pain relief, reduction of muscle tension, relaxation, improved circulation, weight loss, skin purification, and stimulating the fibroblast, which is like the collagen support and everything. Lowering side effects of the people that have diabetes, boosting the immune system, and lowering of blood pressure. So that's our red/near infrared laser that is mainly for musculoskeletal use, although it helps in all other ways too. Okay, our green laser. Now the green laser light is used to improve the oxygen carrying ability of blood cells. Okay, it helps in reducing blood pressure. It improves blood circulation, increases the nitric oxide, boosts functions of the brain, and helps reduce swelling, inflammation, and pain. So our lasers overlap a lot, but they have the unique frequencies added for their specific design use, which the red is musculoskeletal, the green is for internal organ systems. And in our technical data sheet, it shows you how to use it. If you use it in the navel is energetically connected to all the organ systems still. So that's the way I use it. All right. And then we have the violet laser, which is antimicrobial, antiviral, antifungal. It's like a rife machine on steroids. Okay. Well, the blue laser light, or violet, improves microcirculation by nitric oxide release. All right, which works as an accelerating agent in wound healing. Okay, it supports in pain relief, stimulates the human immune system, and activates telomerase, which is maximizing the anti-aging effects in the body. So those are the two, some more distinction of how our lasers are so powerful. And so an overview, the violet, our natural lasers work through clothing and at a distance. It brings the body and the biofield into a closer resonance, stimulates the mitochondria, enhances cell-to-cell communication, more life force energy, helps bring the body into balance, a homeostasis where it can heal itself naturally, increases microcirculation and oxygen in the blood, and it's great fast aid in emergencies. So, okay. So it also makes everything else we're doing work better, okay? Which means if you're going to go do a yoga workout, if you'll energize your body for 2 or 3 minutes before you go to do the yoga workout, you'll have better balance, you'll have better flexibility, everything works better. If you're going to get a massage, we have massage therapists now that are energizing the person for 2 or 3 or 4 minutes before they do the massage, and it's easier on the massage person, and their their patient or their subject gets a lot better massage. If you're using other shampoos and makeups and their supplements, things like that, if you'll energize those before you use them, it'll neutralize the toxins and help those be more effective in the body with less harm in the body. So pain is lack of oxygen on a cellular level, okay? And health is abundant oxygen on a cellular level. So again, that's how we work with the added life force energy, the increased oxygen, microcirculation, et cetera. Takes the body into parasympathetic. The recommended use is 2 to 3 minutes at a time, unless it's a new injury. Then you stay on it, as much as you can, because it's cellular repair in the moment on a new injury. As Rick was saying earlier, it'll help it brings in cellular repair in the moment. It takes the trauma out of a new injury in 30 to 45 seconds. The trauma's gone. And then it starts, like I said, everything accelerates. It'll stop the bleeding in a third of the time, won't be any swelling, and it'll heal in record time, like a third of the time with little or no scar. And I've proven that one to myself a few times. Okay. So Bruce Tainio, back in, I think it was 1972, built the first equipment that was able to monitor the frequencies of a healthy body. And so what we have here is what I call the spiral of health that I built. And you can see it's vibrating, right? It's got that vibration image around it. So a healthy body vibrates at 62 to 78 megahertz. The frequencies, healthy brain range from 72 to 90 megahertz. Your heart beats, your heart is vibrating at 67 to 70 megahertz for a healthy heart. And when you're down around 58 megahertz is where the disease starts in your body, is when you get your vibration that low. And so this is where, like candidas and stuff like that, your body becomes a host for those type of things. And then when if your vibration ever gets down around 42 megahertz, that's where your body becomes receptive to cancer, because there's not enough oxygen in your body to stop the cells from mutating. And then the death cycle begins at around 25 megahertz. And so you have coherent communication or you have incoherent communication. The more incoherent communication your body is exposed to, the lower your frequency. The more coherent, the higher. And you can actually monitor this yourself by the words you're using and your attitude. Okay, if you have love and joy in your life, if you have a lot of satisfaction in what you're accomplishing, a lot of optimism and laughter, you're vibrating pretty high, because that's coherent information that the body learns. Laughter is one of the most healing things you can do. And I'll refer you back to Norman Cousins, the gentleman had cancer. He said, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to laugh myself to death. And he rented a bunch of funny movies and watched them and just, kept laughing. And when he went back for his next checkup, there was no cancer in his body. So if you're worried and fearful all the time, if you've got a lot of resistance, resentment, regrets, revenge, or if you hate somebody or you're angry at somebody, then you're lowering your own vibration, because we all do this to ourselves, okay? There's nothing else out there doing it for us. And so you're lowering your vibration and your body becomes a host for all this other stuff. So we got good vibrations, we got bad vibrations. Well, I'm all about good vibrations and having fun and laughing. So the key here is your feelings control your vibration. Your thoughts and your words trigger your emotions, but your emotions have the energy that attract more of the same to you. So if you're happy and excited, you're going to be attracted more reasons to be happy and excited. If you're, on the other end of that with resentment or anything, you'll attract more reasons to have that resentment. It's just the way the universe works. So you're either increasing your vibration or you're decreasing your vibration. No exceptions. You can't stand still on this spiral. You're either moving up it or down it. And so this is another way of looking at it in density of the body. Okay. The lower you're vibrating, the more dense your body is, the more the particle. The body is the particle, remember? And so you're stiffer, you're more sore, you're poorer balance, more trouble thinking, because your body is becoming denser. Okay, there it is. The higher you're vibrating, you're more of the wave instead of the particle. You're lighter, you're more flexible, you get better balance, you're thinking clearer, You're more in touch with your intuition. It's all based on where you're vibrating. So the lower you're vibrating, the more your body becomes a host for the microscopic invaders, and the more dis-ease you will have in your life. It's really just that simple, okay?